This video will go over holding times in FUDSChem and recommended best practices. In FUDSChem, holding times are established under Tools, Data Equap Setup. The Holding Times tab lists the holding times for each analyte in the selected Equap method. The default holding times are from the test methods or associated EPA chapter in most cases, but they can be edited by the person setting up the Equap if needed. National functional guidelines do not use gross hold times, so for projects following the National Functional Guidelines, the rejection factor is 1. In other projects, the gross hold times may be 200% of the holding time. Therefore, the rejection factor would be 2, as is the case for this project. Please review our Equap playlist, linked in the description, for more Equap tutorials. For users without access to the Equap Setup tool, holding times can be referenced under Reports, Environmental Setup Reports, Holding Times. These reports can be run at any point in the process, including before the Equap is approved. We will choose the project and click View Report. The preparation and analysis holding times are listed. The report highlights hold times that have been changed from the default. Once the lab submits their data to the database, FUDSChem's automated data review processes the file and applies qualifiers automatically, including qualifiers based on holding times. The DoD QSM version 5.4 allows for the full hour, day, or 30-day month, depending on whether the holding time is measured in hours, days, or months. This specification can be found in QSM 5.4, Volume 1, Module 2, Section 4.2.8.4p, Edition 3. The FUDSChem Automated Data Review, ADR, is configured to flag for holding time exceedances according to these specifications. For example, a sample taken on November 1st at 1:00 p.m. and analyzed on November 15th at 1:01 p.m. would still meet the 14-day holding time as determined by DoD QSM version 5.4, so FUDSChem's ADR would not apply hold time qualifiers to the results. In this example, the holding time would not be exceeded unless the sample was analyzed on or after November 16th at midnight. While the EMCX has made the determination to adhere to the holding time baseline requirement for laboratories provided in the DoD QSM, if a project requires more or less conservative evaluations of holding time exceedances, qualification flags can be removed or added by the data validator. Project-specific QAPs that define holding time exceedances differently than the DoD QSM will require that the data validators evaluate holding time calculations manually, and then manually apply or remove holding time qualifiers to the results of the ADR qualification output as appropriate. To do so, once the laboratory SED file is screened and certified in FUDSChem, go to Tools, Data, Sample Qualification. Select the correct project and SDG, test method, and preparation method. Adding qualifiers can be done via the Apply Qualifier buttons. This process is covered in our Data Sample Qualification tutorial, linked in the description. Removing qualifiers can also be accomplished in this interface. The data qualifier reason codes associated with hold time exceedances are H1 for test hold time exceedances, and H2 for prep hold time exceedances, and results will be flagged with the qualifier specified in the QC Elements tab of the Equap Setup tool. In the interface, samples can be sorted by qualifier reason code to easily find where holding time qualifiers have been applied. click Edit All. Then delete the qualifiers and reason codes as appropriate. This should be documented in the validation checklist or other appropriate location to ensure that future data users have the justification for the qualifier removal. This process is covered in our Data Sample Qualification tutorial, linked in the description. If holding time qualifiers are consistently being removed, it may be an indication that the laboratory performing the analysis is operating at or near capacity and is frequently running samples at the last minute. We recommend asking the laboratory to be more observant of strict holding times, or finding a laboratory that is able to analyze samples before the last day or hour of holding. It may also be an indication that sampling teams are waiting too long to ship samples to the lab, in which case we recommend asking the contractor to ensure they are sending samples for analysis in a timely fashion. The information presented in this video is also available as a downloadable pamphlet. To access it, go to FUDSChem.com and, before logging in, click the Resources tab. Choose Best Practices. Scroll down to the Holding Times pamphlet and click the link to open it. Don't forget to subscribe to the FUDSChem YouTube channel for more tutorial videos. All of the tutorials and playlists mentioned during this video are linked in the description below. Lastly, if you have questions or comments, feel free to contact us at fuds.support@synectics.net. Thank you.